everybody. Good morning, good day, good afternoon, good moment. It's Ria here. I'm just hopping on to do a collective message. And Spirit has been speaking with me concerning frequency, um, the meaning of frequency, and the meaning of that label or definition that we give it. A lot of times we hear about, the chosen or the 144,000, that are supposed to be ascending. And so I was questioning and asking, that 144,000, what the heck is that? What is the meaning of that? And what Spirit said is the 144,000 actually just represents a frequency. And to me, what it means is, and how I'm interpreting it a few seconds ago as I was making my bed, is that 144,000 also represents a collective frequency in which we ascend into this higher vibration as a whole and create that. It's like the Bible, or a lot of people will refer to the 144,000 that are the chosen ones to enter or to create or to ascend into this heavenly portal, per se. So that made me question, well, some people believe that. And so then that brought it to another frequency. Hey, good morning, Kim Siegel. Good morning, Suzanne. Good morning, guys. Please share out if you haven't. Our R.I.P. Skippy, my friend. Okay, so let's just bring rest in peace to Skippy. Just bring some focused light and awareness to Skippy and the family and all energies involved in that transition. Thank you, Suzanne. So truth, how we know that there's many, many truths, and Spirit just wanted me to explain it just a little bit more, or it's something I'm dealing with, and when I'm sharing it, then most likely anyone tuning into this is also wanting to reflect that energy in their awareness. So it's not even that I'm teaching anything or whatever. I'm just sharing my experience, and then through you guys tuning in are just resonating with the energy. You're creating the message. Yes, you're welcome. So, truth. What is truth? What is truth? And we always know, well, there's many different layers of truth. Whatever you believe in is your truth. But in truth, there's many different frequencies to truth. So there is the, like Bible. Some people will say the Bible is the truth. That's the concrete truth. And some people say, no, it is not reflective or symbolic or what's the word? It's not symbolic of another energy. Like they'll take it point blank as it is. A submissive wife, be submissive. And they'll say, no, a male is a higher authority. So some people take that as the truth. But if they believe that truth represents a certain frequency. And of course, whatever we believe in, tune into, focus on, we're creating. So you are creating from that frequency. And then a lot of times with that truth that is based in some limitations will trigger eventually is discomfort. And then that person will say, well, that don't feel right, as they are triggered or are brought into awareness of certain truths or what they're believing in, and they'll want to trigger, or that creates a catalyst, an irritant, where it makes them think their mind isn't believing with the truth, and it creates a little so that opens them up to maybe realizing another truth and another truth and another truth. So all of these truths are still based in love. All love has got a certain frequency, but that frequency is based on an experience that our soul come to have and to expand upon. So just like Earth having that density, that limitations, that heavy energy, we come as spirit to have this physical experience. The veil, in most cases, is is there. We don't remember all that we are in spirit. We don't remember all that we are in our God self, but we came to have that blinder, to have that experience, to know thyself, to expand that God experience in the physical. In spirit, we know all that. We have all that knowledge. But when we come into the physical, we came to expand upon certain fears, experience. We've come to transmute them, transcend them, alchemize these energies to bring us to a fuller awareness of a truth based in a higher frequency. And how do you know how powerful and what creators you are? You put in this density that gives you an opportunity to squish you and make you uncomfortable, and you want to expand beyond that into these higher frequencies of truth. So there always is truth. So even you could take a spiritual concept, any spiritual concept, and the one that I was listening to yesterday specifically had to do with twin flames. It's a spiritual concept. You can believe it or not believe it. Whatever your perception of it is what you create, but then that causes you to question, and then you're given experiences to live out that question. Life gives you experiences to live out your question, whether it be twin flames, whether it be a religion, whether it be a healing modality, whether it be a belief, whether it be any sort of anything that you're holding on to. It gives you the experience to expand beyond that. Again, it could be a challenge, a struggle, whatever belief you came here. It's kind of like a cross, a denser energy that you came across, the cross representing the heavier energy that you came to bear to illuminate the truth of it. So whatever is in your energy, don't disregard it. If it's something that you're constantly dealing with, it is actually a gift that you came to expose. It's wrapped up. It might be wrapped up in malice or hate or fear. A gift can be wrapped up in these denser energies, but you came to unwrap it, to discover the light in it, to bring it to a fuller illumination through your allowance in the physical, through your experience, to reveal the truth in it, to take that truth and expand it to a higher frequency truth, if that makes sense. It's like even people that might believe in witchcraft being evil in the past. And you might be a very gifted witch, a white witch, a shaman, a mystic, a healer. And other people's opinions, you're holding on to that, and you might even question it yourself, or in the past persecuted for it. But through your experience of it, you're revealing the truth of it. So you might say, well, a lot of good that did me. I was hung in another life. Well, that other life is happening simultaneously, and through your awareness of it now and healing energies in the now, you are actually expanding those energies in that life. It all works simultaneously. So that witch, high priestess, mystic, healer, shaman, seer that you are over here, that you knew it because you were experiencing that energy, but you were persecuted for it. But then on this life, you've got some sort of variable of that same energy opening up for you here. And because you have the freedom now living in this higher frequency consciousness of yourself in the collective to express that, you're also affecting the energies over there, if that makes sense. And there is no over there. Everything is simultaneously based on, again, frequency. The frequency that our soul came to experience in our awareness of now, the energy that we came to have our soul experience, is affecting other souls' experiences that we're not presently on that frequency. But because we are God source energy, part of God source energy, we are too, like God, everywhere, all at once, living multidimensional experiences. How I got on that, I don't know. But anyways, the point of today's message was all to do with frequency. So if someone believes in 144,000 physical beings going up to heaven, being raptured in the rapture, then that is the experience they will create. For others, the 144,000 can represent a frequency. And then that is the experience that they create. Again, the whole, what is it? The event. So we place this label, definition on a thing called the event, where all of a sudden, zoom, we're all of a sudden kind of aware. Those that are aware are going to collect, create this new earth. Those that aren't unaware, they're going to continue on their journey until they choose from a soul's experience to be aware. But the event itself, to me, also represents a frequency that some people have already experienced individually and in their own mini collectives. It's already happened. So it's a frequency. It's a frequency. It's not a one-time deal, I guess. For every label, definition, experience, book, word, written, even light language, expression, there is a frequency. And that frequency is an energy we chose to create and to further expand upon. The whole frequency thing also interweaves us into all that multidimensionality stuff too, that Spirit has been talking about. All right, let's just see what our personal message is for today. I can go on that forever. All right, so I'm going to ring the bell. I did it before I delivered that message, but just a collective. What do we need? What do we all need to hear individually that will resonate and collectively resonate pertaining to the frequencies of ideas, programs, even like the Catholic religion maintains a collective frequency. The Protestant maintains a collective frequency, Spirit is saying. There are similarities between the two, so that's why they can coexist, but eventually frequencies will split off, they're saying, creating those timeline shifts and dimensions. Everyone watching now, Spirit is saying, has broken off, they're saying. You are aware of the denser energies or other frequencies that you've experienced and that choose not to expand at this moment. And they're saying, all of you, again, they're talking about mastery. As you enter your mastery, you're no longer creating from this smaller perception circle cycle. You've expanded out here, and they're saying you actually are already broken off. The event has already happened with you, happening. And you are an imprint of the 144,000. They're saying that imprint of that frequency that has split off. Oh my God. And your being is a portal that has created this event in New Earth, they're saying. You've already done it. Because you have stripped your veil, you are aware, you're more aware of multidimensional existences, happening energies. So you're aware of the split that you've just cut off from. But through that awareness, you're also still affecting that density. Oh my God. All right. So what Spirit is saying is, we were here. This is world. This is Earth. Okay? Through our allowance, through our experience, through our soul's purpose and expression, we've done this. Zoop. We've just kind of broken free to this wider perception. So we're still part of this, but we're seeing everything here, but we split off and we're living our own trajectory now. They show all time in little circles too. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that diagram, but now we're here. So what we're doing here is still affecting the core. What we do on the outside of Mother Earth, you can look at it this way, oh my God. So this even relates how Mother Earth represents seriously in the physical form every bit of our energy. So you know how there's different layers to Mother Earth to get to the core, and what we do on the outside is affecting the core of Mother Earth. So what Spirit is saying is us, what we are doing as a collective, as we have split off as one of those frequencies representing 14400, we're still affecting this because we're just encompassing all of it. It's kind of like we have this stratosphere, we have this atmosphere. This atmosphere, even though it doesn't seem to be living the same experience as Earth, still affects the Earth. It still affects, oh my God. So what they're saying is that stratosphere still affects the sun rays connecting to Earth. We are the sun rays that are infusing still those other many multi-dimensions. like atmosphere, stratosphere. I don't even know if I'm using the right words, but you know how we have this stratosphere and we have this ozone layer, they're saying it's almost like? Well, we are openings. Oh my God. Even the sun is representing, you know how I always say the sun represents our light? This gets really entailed. The sun represents our light. So the sun with Mother Earth is representing us as the sun, as we, even though are not part of that physical walking around on the earth, the sun is not part of that physical walking around on the earth. It still has a direct effect on earth. So it's saying as we broke away, created this wider perception of the earth, this new earth, we are still affecting the earth, even if we're not walking around in the density of it. Does that make sense? Holy shit. This is just getting shoom. Hey, Clacy. Lisa invited me. Oh, thank you for joining. First time. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining. Thank you, Lisa, for joining. Clacy, I think that's what it says. Clace or Clacy or Chasey. I can't even, Chaucy? I can't even see because of the reflection. Do I have any glasses here? Let me see what that says close up. Chasey, I guess. Clacy. I couldn't see if it was an H or an L the way the light was hitting it. Thank you for joining. So obviously, oh my God, thank you. So your light is infusing this message. You are bringing forth something through me to be reflected in your reality for yourself and for the collective watching this. So that's so beautiful because I don't belittle or think anything as coincidental. Everything has its role and its place and its light. So you being here is a great blessing for me and for all of us because it's just showing, oh, we're imparting some new light on this platform, representing this new frequency and higher awareness being allowed on this page. So beautiful. Kim, deeper and deeper, but yet it's lighter and lighter. It's just so weird. I love it. I guess I'm understanding it, like I'm taking in all this information and I'm understanding it intellectually, but then intellectually I'm also wondering if I am delivering it properly. So there's like all these different energies. I'm receiving energy. I'm trying to make a little bit of sense of it, but not that I should be trying to from the head, but I have to in a certain way to try to deliver it in an understandable way. So that's what I feel like I'm going through. And then it's like it's so overwhelming and awesome that I'm like just in awe of all this energy and the deeper understandings from the physics point of view. It's like, it's quantum. It's quantum, guys. But yet you can make the mind understand it as, okay, here's that density. Okay, we were living here. We allowed ourselves to expand through taking on those challenges and whatever it is you went through life. You enlightened them by being that light warrior that you are, and now you're out here. You have separated literally from the core, but you, like the sun, is still affecting Earth. You're still affecting that core. You're still affecting, and even that can be symbolized as all these other dimensions that you've lived. So sometimes Spirit starts off with this idea, but then it culminates and gets a little deeper as I channel it. Oh my God, Lisa. Oh, wow. That's beautiful. 3 times in the power of 3. All right. Let's see what our collective message is regarding us at a personal level. Now that I've given this kind of collective overall view of frequencies and truth and the layers and the multidimensional use. Oh my God, so beautiful. Let's see specifically now, bring it down to our little body today and see what has to come forth. So we'll start off with a ring. We'll do 3 rings, right, Lisa? We'll skip there. What Spirit, and I did not know this was coming through today, is saying is you guys are part of the 144,000. It is not a physical number. It is a vibration, and I'm getting all the tingles right now, and you guys probably are too. It is not a physical one. It's not physical beings. It represents a frequency that you are. You are part of that 144,000 collective frequency. You guys have split off from the old density, and now you are stepped into your mastery where you are creating anew, but yet your light and your love affects all time. In a nutshell. In the little glitch in that middle ring, Spirit is saying, do not doubt these words. They are truth. if you choose to accept them. And that, again, goes down to the message of truth. What you believe or what you choose to step into and believe in and focus on is what you create. So it is your choice to take on this frequency, this honor, this place in all time and space where you literally are achieving and being fulfilling this prophecy, they're saying. You are fulfilling a prophecy that is expressed differently, more expansively lighter than the density that it was conceived of originally. So people, according to their vibration, can interpret. That's why people can interpret the Bible, sacred truths, written words. They are deliverers. They are messengers, speaking truth, but that truth is still filtered through their capacity to deliver it. And that capacity is affected by their frequency of understanding. So it's not that none of that was truth. Some of it was a limited truth. And all truth is to be expanded because truth is based still in divinity, in love, in light. And that is eternal. So it is always expanding and growing. Even this deliverance of this message will be expanded upon and is expanded upon on some timeline. But you guys are elevated, vibrating frequency-wise high enough to grasp this and to live it, where others have not yet grasped it. So they're always in that standstill. They're always waiting. They are waiting. A lot of people are always waiting. A lot of people are waiting in that judgment day. They're waiting for that rapture. They're still waiting for Jesus' return again. So they're kind of in that stagnant. They're in that pause, and they're always going to be waiting. But what they don't understand is that they are the vehicle. They are the channel. They are they are creating the waiting, but they're also the unweighted, wow, meaning unweighted, undense. So what Spirit is saying is they are unweighted. They have the capacity to unweight themselves from that density of that limited belief, even though it is based in truth. They need to lighten up and take away the density and expand beyond that physical understanding, that physical expression. You have all done that. Don't doubt it. Don't doubt it. So the little middle ring, Spirit is saying, was that little glitch, that little doubt, like that little bit of sense of unworthiness that you might still be holding on to, thinking that you're not worthy to have done this. You are the third coming, which is Christ consciousness, or the second coming. Christ consciousness, living out that energy. You are part of the 144 frequency. You have cut off from the density and you are in the new earth. And through your living out that experience, you are infusing all realities with that light. Don't doubt it, I guess was the message there. Wow. Hey, good morning, Tamara. Good morning, Kara. Please share out, guys, if you haven't. A wicked awesome message. And when it said don't doubt it, as I'm delivering this, I'm doubting me delivering this properly and people getting it. Sometimes, not you guys per se, or even if I'm expressing it right. So that little glitch is, and me feeling that about myself could be you feeling about that yourself, whether it be the belief or the deliverance or the expression of what you're living your purpose now. Don't doubt it. You are doing it fine. It's in the doubt that things can get scrambled, they're saying. It's through the doubt and trying to understand or question what you're delivering from the intellect that can cause a little bit of scrambling of energies, they're saying. So that's what that little mini ring was, that little zoop. All right, we'll take a deep breath in, guys. Let's connect to our sun even more fully, even though I believe that this message has opened us up. We will drop from the mind, and that kind of goes along with that message, dropping from the mind, the trying to figure out everything, into the heart space, into that heart space, which to me is the middle. It is the portal, it is the middle, it is the crosshair to all that we are in all time. Even this expresses that shoom, that connectedness to all time. You are everywhere all at once, the greater part of you, but you are brought into this physical awareness in order to live out a soul's experience, in order to expand, shoom, a density, a dense energy. You are the transmuters. You guys are like superheroes. And when we take that breath in, focus on that heart space being expanded, focus into your energy. Imagine all of that light going into all of your skin, not just the heart, because you're not localized to one place, you're everywhere all at once, all of your energy. But know that it's not coming from the outside, it's coming from within as without. It's all connected. So we'll take a breath in. Feel into that eternal portal of love and light that you are. Feel the decoding, the activating, the catalyzing, the synapses of all the love and light that you are in this moment of now, affecting all moments of now. And exhale. Know as you exhale, everything that you just connected to, you are releasing to be experienced in your physical here and now. So when you connect to your higher self, the love and light that you are, you're connecting to your soul's experience right here. All right, so they want me to pull a life purpose card. What is part of your energy? They keep talking about life purpose, soul's experience, and I wasn't going to do one of these. My eyes glanced on it earlier, and I'm like, I'm not going to do that. Now Spirit is saying, no, there's an energy. Like, let's just pick one random one, freedom. Okay, so freedom is a word, but there's a frequency in freedom, and then there's going to be that frequency within every truth of what that means to you. So even though, or it might say a doctor, it might not mean doctor is a placeholder. It is a limited label, limiting to us now. Now, for those living right here in strictly physical, that strictly physical world, a doctor literally means a doctor. But now you guys are out here, so now you took the label doctor, and now you're understanding it from here. Okay, healing, helping, aligning energies. So you're taking it as a more broader, not necessarily that you had to go get your PhD in school. No, it's a frequency that you are operating in. So that's what these cards are representing. And you guys, let's see what it has come through. The collective. What is it going to say? Shoo! 11 right now. 11 mastery. Oh, no, we're on 2. 12 power 3. Good morning, guys. Please share out if you haven't. Yeah, and it's not necessarily and I know this is what you mean, Lisa. We need to move away from fear and doubt, and emotions no longer serve us. Right, we are moving away from them, but how do we move away from them? By finding and discovering the gift in them. Like I was saying earlier, like all the fear and the dense energies, it is up to us as light beings to open up that gift and to allow the light to come forth. So say maybe you had a fear of speaking. Yeah, we are moving away from it with human words, but actually what we're doing is we are gone through it and understanding, oh, that fear was just something, was a gift. Oh, it's a gift and a curse. It was a fear. So sometimes fear gets your attention. Why am I afraid of speaking? It's an opportunity to ask yourself, well, why am I afraid of speaking? And it could be unworthiness. It could be a healing of being picked on as a kid. But yet the fear is, yet speaking is where your gift lies. So sometimes the fears will, not sometimes, fears will open up your gifts and allow you to access your greatest gift. So my greatest fear a lot of times, or fear, like doing this kind of stuff, I used to be really afraid I was going to be looked at as whatever or picked on. Not that I never ever doubted the information coming forth. It was the judgment. So those a lot of times that do have to speak or communicate or our life path 3s will have to overcome this great doubt. But the doubt is still energy that you are healing through working through it to get you to your gift. So that doubt could be based on not being given the love or the boost you needed or the support growing up, or getting picked on for what you said. And it could be based on this life, or like I said, a multi-dimensional life where you are executed for speaking your truth. But as you work through it, you're healing that energy, and then you're getting the gift of it again. You're getting that gift. So whatever your greatest fear is, like you know how there's two sides to every coin. There's pure love, there's pure fear. Of course, that's the middle, finding that balance in between. But as you face and work through the fears, you are automatically letting them go and moving away from them, like you said, Lisa. But then you are gaining that gift. So whatever your greatest challenge is also your greatest gift. It's never this or that. It's this and that. All right, what do we got here? What do we got going on for our purpose? Shoot! Now, in this mastery, what energies? Oh gosh, this one's really standing out, so I'm going to do that one, but I want to do one more. I didn't get a chance to shuffle. So my mind says, well, Marie, you didn't even shuffle yet. How can that be the card? Well, it is. It landed there and was open and sticking out amongst the others. So I just want to pull one more that's working with that. Children. So you guys too, as you enter those higher frequencies, you allow that child to be healed. You're healing that child within. What was I just talking about? Wounded childhood, maybe being picked on, maybe not giving the love and support, be given the love and support you needed as a child. Maybe you were an outcast. Maybe you were different. Maybe you were poor. Maybe you were picked on for looking, talking, acting a certain way, and you couldn't help it. And so that causes a woundedness. It causes that child to want to go in that little shell and hide and protect itself. But that was a gift. That was a gift because, listen, you were maybe afraid of coming out of your shell because you didn't want to get picked on, and you were a sensitive child and you were emotional, but you didn't want to, you wanted to protect yourself. But within that shell was a gift too, because that caused you to tune in and connect to your spiritual gifts, the real parts of you. Maybe you explored art, or you read a lot, or you spent a lot of time alone in that hermetic mode. So even though you were picked on, that was an experience you gained in order to explore self-discovery. And as you became strong enough in yourself, then you came back out and realized what a star you are. So healing the inner child, connecting with the children, allowing them the confidence and support maybe that you did not have with your own, with either your own children or children. And again, children, oh my gosh, here we go with that whole frequency thing. A child doesn't necessarily mean a little kid under the age of 16. It means that you are connecting with, and your purpose is to help others to heal their wounded child, to connect to the child within them, to play with your soul family, to play with your soul friends, to interact from that child sense of freedom, to connect to them before the wounding was done, before they were even aware of that. So your purpose is to work with children, not necessarily literal children, the child within you, connecting to the child within others, and then exponentiating on that energy. Does that not make sense? Goes right back to the earlier beginning message of frequency. Because I always used to get this card, and I'm like, yeah, I do have. Every one of my kids seems to be special needs on some level. And special meaning they are actually gifts, my greatest teachers. So I always thought it was a physical child. But now that I pull this card, and the first time ever, I'm realizing, no, I am here to connect and release the child within, and for us to play with each other. And that took a lot of strength at some point. That child that went in that shell, he was connecting to his strength. And his strength is his light within. So the picking on the outside, or even somebody who's banned, not much unlike COVID, we had to go within, reconnect to our child, reconnect to that which was within us. We had to have strength. We really wanted to go out. Maybe we wanted to go shopping. Maybe we lost our jobs. Maybe we missed that social interaction. Maybe you didn't get to go to the gym. Maybe you didn't blah, 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 blah. So these restrictions we created from a higher soul level to get us to turn within again, not unlike that child who turned within for their own self-protection. You had to be strong in that. And now, after you did that, what did you do? It helped to teach you, look at the trust, the connecting to the divine wisdom within, the trust, the courage, also connecting you to the joy. And now look, all these wings are out, free, all these colors like rainbows. We got that, oh, you're able to speak your truth now. You're connected to your Christ consciousness. You're connected to the universal love. Everything is operating from the heart. Your wings are wide open. Even this little guy in the middle, he is depicted as Jesus. What did I say just a second ago? Our Spirit said, you are Jesus. You have stepped into that Jesus unconditional Christ consciousness love as part of that 144,000 frequency. And then you are gathering with all of these others that have done the same. You are creating from a new foundation, a higher frequency of love from the heart. And look at, you're all encompassed in almost like this new energy, this new world you've created. Christ consciousness, unconditional love, universal connectedness in love. You are the universe and the universe is you. And you're reflecting all of that in this new earth. And it's all surrounded in the energy of the heart center, heart portal. What's it say, actually? Very beautiful. Wowzy. Son of a bee. All right. Your life purpose involves helping teaching and healing children. And of course, this always, as within, as without. So obviously, you still can be connected to actual physical children, but it has a much higher meaning to that also. So to me, you're connecting on all levels. Look at all the stripes in here. All the different levels of truth now, you are affecting and operating from the density, from the most 3D physical to the broader extraterrestrial. Very beautiful. And the other one that goes with that is environmentalist. She looks really free. She looks really happy. She's very connected. Environmentalist, you think of someone who's protecting Mother Earth, looks for the good well-being of Mother Earth, you know, clean earth, clean water, clean resources, clean food, uncontaminated, and purified. And as you have done that within your own being, look at, she has done that. She's a divinity within herself. She's cloaked with the white. She's got the white wings. As you do that within yourself, you're going to reflect that new earth. You're going to reflect that new environment. You're aware of the other dimensions, timelines that you experience. We can even think back, as a lot of us were children, or at least those in my timeline, always being afraid of that Third World War, afraid of that world, always threatened by Russia. Me, like when I was really young, and I'd hear my parents talking, and then, you know, the wall came down and everything like changed. So I think that changed because we changed, and then we didn't have that happen. So what it's saying is you hold the power through your own connected to self and your own vibration and your own frequency and your own free will to choose to focus on that what you want to choose on. Then you create that environment, and that's how that environment is helped. And yes, we do help by taking a piece of garbage when we're walking and putting it in the garbage. But that is just reflective of us operating in that higher divinity. Connecting to your divinity, connecting to your frequency, taking responsibility for yourself. Environmentalist is about taking responsibility because you guys have taken responsibility to what you want to focus on, what you want to believe in, what you want to transmute, the life you want to live, where you want to put your energy, where you want to put your focus, what do you want to work, where you want to take your action, because you've taken responsibility. It is going to show in your world as such, and collecting those same energies around you and relationships that are also on that frequency and resonating. And again, that purple, that Christ consciousness, look at the flowers there. Look at all the green. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. What a great message, guys. All right, what do we got here? We know already this. You're an earth angel who was born to protect, nurture, and teach about nature and the animals. It could literally be your job. But it's also extending out to other levels of truth. How can I say that? Levels, layers. There's no better or worse. Every layer, every level, every frequency number is a gift unto itself to transmute an energy within that frequency into love. And then as you transmute that denser frequency and find more truth, you're illuminating it to get broader and broader and broader and broader and broader. So some of you literally could be environmentalists working at animal shelters, taking care of animals, being proactive. That's beautiful. That's beautiful because that is aligned to your divine frequency imprint. We will choose vehicles, whether it be a vet, a volunteer, a teacher, a healer, a hairdresser, a waitress, a waiter, a doctor, any of that, you will create the vehicle for your expression of your divine frequency imprint. So if you guys are finding yourselves environmentalists, to me an environmentalist also just shows that because it's Mother Earth, you get your gardens, your growth, your food, your sustenance from Mother Earth. It's almost showing me that high frequency that you are illuminating and connecting. Your vessel is clean and clear. But environmentalist could be the vehicle that you're expressing that. A doctor, because you're doing that, you might be expressing that healing within yourself and bringing it out to others. For me, it could be spiritual. Everything's about spirit. It always has been, even as a kid. Trying to extract and find the truth in it, that love in it, because if God is all love, He's not going to punish you. So it's finding that. Like you can even find just anybody, wherever they've had their suffering and they've been released and found the truth, then they will pick a vehicle in order to express it. Oh my God, so beautiful. I think that's good for today's message. I was going to do a moonology, but I'm like, no. Spirit's like, do this. Very, very beautiful, guys. I'm a hairstylist. Yeah, so cute. So that's pinpointing to you specifically, and me too. I was a stylist and did dabble just like a few months ago in it again in Florida. So to me, like, it was never about like just cutting hair. That's an expression and it's an art in itself, but it was always trying to make people feel good about themselves. I wanted them to come in feeling better than they did going. So that's so funny. So me too. I'm a stylist. Had a hair shop for like, 20 something years in my home and then rented stations and I'll dabble back and forth once in a while in it. So that's so funny. So, yeah, the hairstylist to me is that outside reflection of feeling good, but how do you really feel good? You can't just put some makeup on and put on a false mask. It comes from a deeper connection within. So that is like you expressing that for others. You're sharing that and giving that to others as within as without. So it's not that if someone feels good, they're automatically going to feel better in here and have that spark. So even if they're not aware or connecting in here, that outside reflection, just like when you go out to Mother Earth for healing, that outside reflection of that perfect balance, peace, and harmony you find in the woods or connecting to Mother Earth is going to activate that knowing within. So when someone feels good, it automatically elevates their spirit. So yeah, and they tend to be natural counselors. So I love it. So beautiful. I stepped in when you pulled that card. That's so awesome. No coincidentals, guys. So let me just check here. There's good YouTube video. Search Louise Hay, Inner Child. She does a really good guided meditation. All right, guys. So you can check that out. Helped Lisa a lot. I have a difficulty connecting to my Uber child. Check out that video, maybe. There are lessons to be learned and gifts to be remembered. Yeah, we are like activating all the time. And those things that trigger us and make us mad or angry or feel bad, such gifts they are because they are releasing a pain or a remembering that we've come to heal. And healing is just realigning to our natural state of being, which is always this, that free child, dancing, free, one with their outside. We need to move. Yes, we definitely did do that. All right, guys, I so appreciate you. And Kim Siegel, thank you so much. I was thinking of the 144,000 recently. It resonates. Yeah, that number will come up, and I'll see it on other people's YouTube videos or as a kid seeing that number. And I'm like, is it literally just 144? And that just because we're infinite, that number can't be finite like that. A number can't be finite because if God is eternal, forgiving, not condemning, and we're always growing and evolving if we are part of God's cells, we will never be cut off. You know what I mean? You'll never be cut off. There'll never just be 144,000. It's eternal. It's a frequency that you reach. Body. Glenna, goosebumps. Yeah, me too. Okay, guys. You guys are so awesome. Thank you so much for sharing out. What a beautiful message. Yeah, and free will. Lisa says we took an action to step out. Absolutely, because you are going to have to overcome that fear. You do, because you're in the physical. Just one other quick thing, Spirit is saying, is because you are in the physical, you do have to merge that spiritual knowing with the physical. So there is action to be taken. Why do you think we have hands? Why do you think we have arms, legs, and feet? Why do we have a mouth, a tongue? To take action. That is all taken action. And when you take action on that inner knowing, spiritual awareness, information, you are grounding it, boom, to earth. You're grounding it to earth. Because that's what we came for. We came to have that sensual. We came to have that physical. We came to have the hands-on experience of this knowing. All right, guys. So awesome. So awesome. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining, and thank you for anyone new, and thank you for sharing out. What awesome, tremendously powerful messages that have been coming through. And that is just reflecting how empowered all of you are, because you're the ones creating the message. You're the ones reflecting the energy. All right, guys, may you all shine, because you are all the love and light that you are.